Hello, IACLEA members. My name is Randy Richardson, Deputy Chief for Biola University and Chair of the IACLEA Awards and Recognition Committee. The Awards Committee reviewed several nominations this year, and of the many nominations, I would like to present to you the finalists. The first will be the IACLEA Award for Administrative Excellence. The award is presented for outstanding service in areas such as policy and planning, investigations, and crime prevention. This year's award for administrative excellence is presented to Assistant Chief Vicki King of the University of Texas Police at Houston. University of Texas Police at Houston Assistant Chief Vicki King has improved safety and translated threat safety science into actual life-saving situations, especially at the University of Texas MD Anderson Cancer Center and the University of Texas Health Science Center at Houston. Assistant Chief King has used her expertise in risk prevention to work with law enforcement partners in the Houston area to apprehend multiple suspects and prevent violent crimes on the campuses and surrounding areas. As a member of the institution's behavioral intervention teams, or the STOP teams, Assistant Chief King has cultivated partnerships with an array of leaders that have led to the prevention of major critical incidents. Assistant Chief King provided leadership and coordination with the Houston Police Department in the search, arrest, and eventual conviction of an active shooter in the UT Health Employee Assistance Department. Another case involved the murder of a renowned cardiologist in the Texas Medical Center. As a suspect remained at large, Assistant Chief King moved quickly to enact personalized safety plans for other physicians who had professional ties with the suspect and his mother. In another example, at the onset of the COVID pandemic, Assistant Chief King utilized risk mitigation principles to develop and implement new security protocols to manage, control, and track personal protective equipment at the University of Texas MD Anderson Cancer Center. Her commitment extends beyond law enforcement. As the president of the Texas chapter of Association of Threat Assessment Professionals, she regularly educates industry leaders on intervention strategies and collaborative opportunities. Because of her innovative work in threat safety science that has contributed to crime prevention and investigations, Assistant Chief Vicki King is presented with the IACLEA Award for Administrative Excellence. Congratulations. Next is the Award for Innovations in Community Policing, which is presented for outstanding service and initiatives supporting the effective promotion of the community-oriented policing philosophy. This year's award for innovations in community-oriented policing is presented to Vice President Paul Morris, Dixie State University. Paul Morris, Vice President for Administrative Affairs at Dixie State University, created a culture of community-oriented policing in the Department of Public Safety. By providing the agency with necessary resources and working closely with Chief Blair Barfus to implement innovative programs, the agency has succeeded in building meaningful partnerships with multiple campus stakeholders. The agency created two dedicated community-oriented positions. One officer is the Student Housing Liaison Officer, focusing on student housing concerns, training, and assistance. The second officer works with staff, faculty, and student groups to provide assistance, training, and special accommodations. In response to calls for transparency and accountability arising from George Floyd's death, the agency created a transparency website to answer community concerns. The website explains agency policies and procedures on topics such as body-worn cameras, anti-bias training, conduct and compliance, and use of force. The agency created a police patch campaign that has raised awareness about the work of key community organizations the agency works with. The proceeds of sold patches have gone to 8 nonprofit community organizations. In response to requests from community partners, the agency created a self-defense awareness and female empowerment course, SAFE, taught by public safety staff members. The 8-hour course focuses on self-defense and empowerment. Because of high demand, each SAFE course has been filled within minutes of being announced. The emphasis on community-oriented policing has been noticed beyond the campus, with several civic and religious organizations in the city of St. George, Utah, providing the agency with recognition and awards. By instilling a foundation of community-oriented policing, Vice President Paul Morris is presented with the IACLEA Award for Innovations in Community-Oriented Policing. Congratulations. Next is the IACLEA Award for Merit, which is presented to someone who each day displays professionalism and excellence in performing his or her duties, or whose actions and attitude bring credit to the campus law enforcement community. This year, Award for Merit is presented to Dispatch Supervisor Michelle Garza with the University of Texas Arlington Police Department. Upon joining the University of Texas Arlington Police Department in 2016, Dispatch Supervisor Michelle Garza brought 25 years of public safety communications experience to revamp and revitalize the Police Dispatch Center, bringing it into compliance and establishing benchmark processes and procedures that have increased agency service delivery to the university. Here are a few of her achievements. Dispatch Supervisor Michelle Garza was able to revamp the telecommunicator training program by developing a training team to standardize training processes for new hires, created mandatory and regular dispatch and trainer meetings, ensured 3 top senior dispatchers obtained their master telecommunicator status, and arranged for telecommunicators to attend training and conferences. In addition, she had obtained 2 new Texas law enforcement telecommunication systems, TLETs, terminals, to ensure more timely returns and validations, and then ensured biannual training for 150 police and IT personnel with access to agency sieges. In addition, she created a team of validations process for TLET's records. Also successfully passed 2 CJIS audits and 1 state audit. She was able to bring the dispatch center into ADA compliance with TDD and TTY, including obtaining 2 free TDD and TTY machines valued at $500 each, established onset and monthly ADA required training. She consistently assisted in emergency management processes by developing a monthly process for equipment testing and EOC inspections, organizing and maintaining an operable EOC, obtaining approval for 4 laptops to be maintained in dispatch in the EOC in cases of emergency, obtaining federal outdoor warning system and the indoor annunciator updates to ensure consistent performance during testing and use. Because of Dispatch Supervisor Garza's persistent efforts to improve efficiency and effectiveness, raise morale, and develop career advancement opportunities for telecommunicators in the University of Texas Arlington Police Department, Dispatch Supervisor Michelle Garza is presented with the IACLEA Award for Merit. Great job. I would like to take this moment to thank the members of the Award and Recognition Committee for their dedication to the membership and their departments this year. I'd like to recognize Chief of Police Ed Book of the Santa Fe College Police Department, Chief of Police Jocelyn Johnson, Southern University Baton Rouge Police Department, Commander Joseph Presblia, Northern Illinois University Police Department, and Chief Michael Thompson of the Arizona State University Police Department. The following are the names of nominees for the varying categories, all who performed exceptionally and made great contributions for their respective agencies. These are the nominees for the Administrative Excellence Award. And the nominees for Innovations in Community Policing. And the award nominees for merit. Once again, congratulations to all award recipients. And the 2022 nomination period is now accepting nominations. Please visit the IACLEA website for further information. And this concludes the 2021 IACLEA Awards and Recognition portion of the conference. Please continue to be safe out there.